welcome back to Rue's Life. So you can probably hear the rain raining down above me. I'm in the polytunnel, as you can see, and I'm going to start this video by being typically British and talking about the weather. So whilst we have had some incredibly hot weather, which for some parts of the world I know isn't particularly hot, but for here in North Wales in the UK, to have temperatures way over 30 degrees, it's been really hot, but also glorious. And because here on the farm we are actually on a borehole for our water, so we're not on mains water, there are no restrictions, so I can water to my heart's content, and the combination of being able to use plenty of water and the sunshine, everything's really started to come on. And letting go of the difficult start that I had to the season and a few of my losses, everything, as I say, is really starting to look good. We're getting some little harvests, and overall things are great. The last couple of days, however, the temperature has really dropped, and today we are 16 degrees outside, although it is 21 degrees here in the polytunnel. But outside with the rain, and actually there's a bit of wind as well, it does feel quite cool. So I've got a few jobs that I want to be getting on with, and I'm going to get some done here in the polytunnel. There's a few bits and bobs I'm going to do outside as well, which I may not be able to film because of the weather. But what I thought I'd do is today's video is a bit of a pottery one, but I'm also going to film other elements which I will break down into individual videos as well for you to see. So it's the 7th, it's a Saturday of August today, but it'll be Sunday the 8th when you're actually watching this. But some of the things I'm going to do I will make into individual videos as well for you to watch a little further down the line. So jobs I've got to do here in the polytunnel, I'm sitting next to the sort of leafy green area of the bed here, and one of the jobs I do either daily or every couple of days is I just take the tops off. So we've got spinach, chard and rocket, which are constantly trying to bolt and flower, but I find if I just nip the tops of those off every day and give them to the chickens, it means I've still got leaves that we can harvest and eat. I'm going to have a little potter around. There's a few little jobs I want to do. My courgettes, unfortunately this year, they've been slower to come, and now they're starting to come. I haven't actually had any yet because they're all getting end rot. So I know it could be over or under watering, which I doubt, because I'm not treating them any differently from the other years that I've grown them here in the polytunnel, and I've always had a great success with them. So one of the other issues that it could be is a lack of calcium in the soil. So I've actually mixed up some seaweed fertiliser, and I'm going to give them a good feed today, because seaweed fertiliser, amongst other things, does have a good amount of calcium in it. But you can see here, if I hold this one up, it's starting to form, but then the end is rotting off there, and that, you know, it's quite common, but it's not a problem that I've experienced to this degree before. So I'm going to try giving the soil a good feed, as I say, and see if that makes a difference. Otherwise, you know, I can harvest them and just chop that bit off and eat the other bit. I want to get a few bits and pieces harvested today, so I'm going to film that. Because of the weather, some of the jobs we wanted to do on the farm today we're not able to do, so I've actually got some extra time, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to come out, there's plenty I can do undercover here in the polytunnel. I'll get the bulk of the jobs that I can done in the dry, and then I'll progress to outside. If I'm lucky, it'll have stopped raining. If not, I don't mind getting a little bit wet, but obviously I won't be able to film that. So I'm going to take you with me while I potter about in here, and as I say, if I can film outside I will, but some of what I do and film will be made into shorter videos specific to that topic, which I will put out a bit later. So I'm going to start by taking the tops off the greens, which I will then set to one side and give to the chickens, and then I'm going to do a little bit of tidying up and a little bit of harvesting. So you can see there I've got a really good basket of goodies for the chickens, and it may look a little barbaric, but I find that just by giving it essentially a good old haircut just keeps those plants going, and I get a bit more out of them than letting them go to seed. It's one of my kind of daily routines that I just keep snipping those tops off. So that's a little harvest for the chickens. Next I'm going to water those courgettes with the liquid seaweed feed that I've already made up, have a little potter, and then I'm going to get on to harvesting something for us. Specifically, we'd like something for our tea tonight. So I've now just popped out and got some peas to add to my harvest. So again, just a small amount of everything. I'm going to pop them in this basket. And added to the ham. So Chris has this amazing recipe where he takes a decent piece of ham, he soaks it for 12 to 24 hours in water, then lifts it out, and then he boils it for like all day. So he started it this morning, it'll be ready for tea tonight. So he brings it up to a boil and then simmers it down, keeps adding more and more apple juice. I mean, there's 4 cartons and he'll have used the lot, so they're probably litre cartons, so let's say 4 litres of apple juice. Keep simmering that down, and it's just sweet and sticky and delicious. So to add to that lovely ham for our tea tonight, I've got my carrots, potatoes, peas, some mizuna, some chard, some spinach, and some curly kale. So that's going to make for a really nice tea this evening. So by the end of today I should really have worked up an appetite. Got a few more bits and pieces to be doing, so let's push on. So I've actually just moved here into the shed. It is still raining outside, and obviously I can't film in the rain. So I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, I'm going to have a little breather, and then I'm going to contemplate whether or not I'm going to push on and get some jobs done in the rain, or whether I'm going to call it a day here on the plot for today. But I'm going to end this video here. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. As ever, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit that bell so you will get notifications of all my latest videos. Take care, and I'll see you all again soon.